Self-esteem and its impact on the world. Self-esteem is the idea and belief of one's own worth. There are two types. There is high self-esteem and there's low self-esteem. With high self-esteem, you feel like you are capable of influencing people in a positive way. You accept responsibility. You can approach new situations in a positive and calm manner. You can communicate positive feelings about yourself. Then there's also low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is pretty much when you consistently communicate self-derogatory statements. You exhibit a learned helplessness, which basically means that people have told you you're basically helpless and you now believe it. You become overly dependent on things. You don't want to volunteer and you can become easily defensive. Low self-esteem is usually what leads to mental health issues and can also lead to self-harm and then possibly at the very end suicide. Everybody in the entire world is affected by self-esteem. I don't believe that it is actually something that can really be measured on a regional, national, or global standard because everyone is different. Everyone thinks differently. To say that me and someone that is related to me are thinking the exact same thing is impossible. Or, well, not impossible, but improbable. The statistics, 90% of female college students report that they feel overwhelmed with their schoolwork. This was a study done a while ago, and it was done by the American College Health Association. Another survey, the 17 magazine and Yahoo survey yielded the result that 74% of young women between the ages of 13 and 21 say they feel the pressure to be perfect. The lovely picture on the side that says boys and girls versus social media, that for me just kind of really showed how social media can impact a life. 30 minutes of media can change the way a girl looks at herself. It can change the way she thinks of herself. Girls 15 to 19 years old make diet plans and are more likely to gain an eating disorder with looking over and over and over again at diet plans on the internet. Boys are more concerned about their weight and their physique and can spend lots of time looking at pictures of what they want to be, but not so much as girls. They spend more time actually working on it. Girls, however, will sit there and look at pictures of other girls and say, oh, she's more beautiful, oh, she is perfect, and I'm not. I found that some of the solutions that I came up with were actually recommended to me by my therapist. But to get an accountability partner, that would be a really big one. Just like an accountability partner can make sure that you're actually how you feel and is there for you no matter what. When you go to say I can't do something, change the I can't to I can. Like when you say I can't complete this exercise, change it to I can because, and I feel that that would help a lot. It One thing to do that you can do is to only place realistic expectations on yourself. This lowers your chance of you disappointing yourself and creating failure. um, you can recognize and challenge the stereotypes that you have been put into and that many people think about you. And then last but certainly not least, there is to assess yourself. And that's kind of what the table on the other side is. The more points you have, the better your self-esteem is. So obviously those with very, very low points have a very low self-esteem, and those with up to 30 points have a very high self-esteem. And then these are the places that I actually looked, and then I used some of my own uh, experiences with self-esteem. Bye.